There's one thing that most everyone who rides or drives recreational off-road vehicles agree on. Nothing compares to the pure sport fun that you get from a manual transmission. For the new YXZ1000R SS, Yamaha took the pure driving fun of shifting gears and installed a sport shift system that features paddle shifters and an automatic clutch system. Now, side-by-side drivers, even those who aren't used to manual shifting, can easily experience the fun and excitement of shifting through the gears on the world's only pure sport side-by-side. The new Sport Shift YXZ1000R SS still has Yamaha's potent 3-cylinder fuel-injected engine and the 5-speed sequential shift transmission, but we replaced the clutch pedal with the Sport Shift system to automatically control the clutch operation. Then we installed these amazingly fun-to-use paddle shifters on the steering column to create an all-new, incredibly exciting off-road driving experience. Buckle up, select drive, stab the gas pedal, and laugh out loud all day as you use the paddles to upshift and downshift through the gears, letting the Sport Shift system handle all the clutch operation for you. The new Drive Select lever is an easy-to-use switch assembly that selects forward or drive, neutral or reverse. Press the brake pedal and move the lever to the left and forward for drive or back for reverse. The lever always returns to this center position when released. When the lever is moved forward to drive, the Sport Shift system will automatically shift the transmission into first gear. When selecting reverse, Sport Shift will automatically shift the transmission into reverse gear, and a buzzer will sound with this tone pattern. In drive and reverse, the Sport Shift system automatically holds the clutch disengaged and waits for the driver to press the accelerator pedal. When the lever is moved back from the center position, the transmission shifts into neutral. The Drive Select lever will not operate unless the vehicle is stopped and you must press the brake pedal. When shifting from reverse to drive or drive to reverse, it's normal to hear the Sport Shift system operate 2 times. For example, if the transmission is in reverse, the system will shift into neutral, then into first, just as you would on the fully manual transmission model. A seatbelt switch and warning buzzer are an integral part of the Sport Shift system. The warning buzzer will sound if the vehicle is shifted into drive or reverse and the driver's seatbelt is not fastened. Do not make any changes to the seatbelts, seatbelt warning system, or any part of the occupant protection system. This will cause some vehicle functions to not operate properly, and you may put yourself and others at greater risk of serious injury or death. For normal acceleration in drive or reverse, press the brake pedal, momentarily hold the lever in the desired direction. You'll hear the system shift. Release the brake and press the accelerator pedal. The Sport Shift system is continually monitoring engine speed and throttle position and will control engagement of the clutch to match engine RPM and load until it reaches full engagement. One of the most exciting features of the Sport Shift system is the ability to shift gears without releasing the throttle. Even do full throttle upshifts if you want. When you're ready to upshift, you can just keep your foot on the gas if you wish and simply pull the right paddle to shift up into the next higher gear. The Sport Shift system automatically synchronizes engine ignition timing to prevent engine over-rev, disengages the clutch, upshifts to the next gear, and then smoothly re-engages the clutch to continue accelerating. This all occurs almost instantly, and shifts are virtually seamless since you don't have to release the throttle. That awesome 3-cylinder power just keeps pulling, especially on full throttle shifts. And downshifts are just as quick and easy with the left paddle. The paddles are positioned on the steering column, not the steering wheel, to make sure you always know where each paddle is located. The paddles only control shifting through the gears, first to fifth and back to first. The Drive Select lever is used to select drive, reverse, or neutral. If the driver tries to select a gear that is completely wrong for the conditions, the Sport Shift system may not complete an upshift if the engine RPM or vehicle speed is too low, to avoid stalling the engine, or complete a downshift if the engine RPM or vehicle speed is a little too high, so it won't over-rev the engine. The clutch on the Sport Shift model is basically the same as the YXZ1000R, a multi-plate wet design that transmits engine power to the driveline through a series of steel and fiber friction plates that are squeezed together by spring force. On a manual clutch vehicle, the driver uses the clutch pedal to control the spring pressure applied to the plates to smoothly accelerate. On the YXZ1000R SS, the Sport Shift system controls engagement of the clutch automatically, referred to as half clutch. Momentarily being in a half clutch situation, where the clutch is partially engaged during acceleration or under load, is necessary and a normal part of driving. But continuously being in a half clutch condition, slipping the clutch for longer than is needed, can increase heat and wear in the clutch assembly. Experienced drivers keep this in mind and constantly track how much and how long they slip the clutch during use, knowing when to shift gears or try a different trail, and when to let the clutch cool down. Yamaha engineers programmed all this knowledge into the Sport Shift system and installed an indicator light to communicate to the driver whenever the clutch is partially engaged. The half-clutch indicator light should be used to monitor when the clutch is partially engaged. when the clutch plates are slipping against each other, in order to help prevent long durations of half-clutch operation to avoid overheating of the clutch components. It's normal for the half-clutch indicator to briefly illuminate frequently during operation. Every time the sport shift system disengages the clutch and shifts gears, the half-clutch light flashes. The sport shift system also incorporates engine braking when the unit is going downhill, which will automatically keep the clutch engaged when letting off the throttle and coasting. When the brake pedal is not pressed, the system will engage the clutch after coasting past 6 miles an hour and will modulate the amount of clutch engagement depending on conditions. The sport shift system has been designed to make it as easy and as fun as possible to enjoy driving this incredible machine, with features such as auto downshift. Downshifting through the gears can be fun, but if you wish, you can just stop the unit and the sport shift system will automatically downshift to first gear for you. The auto downshift feature is designed to only downshift at lower engine speeds to prevent over-revving the engine. Undoubtedly, one of the most popular features of the new YXZ1000R SS is going to be the launch system that allows drivers to consistently perform maximum acceleration launches from a stop. To activate the launch system, the vehicle must be stopped and in first gear, the brake pedal depressed, and the engine at idle. Simultaneously pull and hold both the left and right paddles. The LS indicator on the dash will light up. Release the brake and apply throttle to rev the engine anywhere from 5,000 to 10,000 RPM. When ready, release both paddles at the same time while increasing the throttle. The sport shift system will aggressively engage the clutch, and the YXZ will launch at maximum acceleration. The launch system will not operate in the following conditions: driver not executing the sequence correctly, the engine coolant temperature is too low or too high, the driver's seatbelt's not fastened, the vehicle is in full diff lock or the parking brake is engaged, or there are current fault codes for the sport shift system or the electronic fuel injection system. In any of these conditions, the LS indicator will flash, indicating the launch system is not active. Release the throttle to return the engine to idle and make sure all the required conditions are proper to reset the system. If the launch system will still not operate, then please see your Yamaha dealer. Increasing momentum is usually the best strategy to get over challenging trail obstacles, so expert off-road vehicle drivers often disengage a manually operated foot clutch to let the engine RPM build and then quickly engage the clutch to get the momentum they need. Yamaha engineers program the sport shift system with the same kind of advanced clutching techniques to help overcome more difficult trail challenges, such as a very rocky uphill or a vertical face ledge. We call it dynamic clutch engagement. When you encounter a challenging section of trail where you can't maintain or increase your momentum to keep going, dynamic clutch engagement will automatically kick in. Dynamic clutch engagement only activates when the transmission is in first gear and 3/4 or more throttle is being applied, but the wheels aren't turning. It will partially disengage the clutch to let the engine RPM build and then quickly engage the clutch, just as those expert off-roaders do. This delivers a quick burst of power to the tires to provide the momentum to help climb the obstacle or get through the rocky area. Some driveline noise is normal due to the quick disengagement and re-engagement of the clutch, and although rare, it is possible for the motor to stall if the tires lose and then regain traction faster than the sport shift system can react. Even expert drivers sometimes stall the engine when using a manual transmission. The new Sport Shift YXZ1000R SS. Now side-by-side drivers, even those who aren't used to manual shifting, can easily experience the fun and excitement of shifting through the gears on the world's only pure sport side-by-side. Thank you for watching.